SoFi just made a 52-week high today, hitting 1929 and is up another 1% overnight, trading at 1946. In this video, we'll talk about what's been happening with SoFi recently and what you should do to capitalize on SoFi's rise. Let's go. Hi, my name's Gautam, and on this channel, I talk about the stock market and achieving financial freedom with the power of options trading. So if you enjoy content that can help you retire early and achieve financial freedom, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with your friends and family if it would help them with their financial journey, and it also helps the channel grow. Also, if you are new to the options world or are simply looking for one-on-one guidance to help you shortcut years of trial and error and avoid costly mistakes, click on the coaching link below and I'll be honored to help you out. With that said, let's get started. Donald Trump's Big Beautiful Bill was passed over the weekend, and it brought some sweeping changes to the benefit of student loan lenders like SoFi. Let's check out this article and see what changes happened. So far, graduate and professional students have been able to use the government's Grad Plus loans to cover 100% of the total cost of their education without any caps on annual or aggregate borrowing. The Big Beautiful Bill eliminates the Grad Plus program and sets new limits on how much students can borrow on an annual basis and in totality, which is in aggregate. So let's check out the new limits. Under the One Big Beautiful Bill, graduate and professional students now are subject to the following limits starting July 1st, 2026. So if you're a graduate student, you can borrow a total of only $20,500 annually, with the aggregate or a total amount of the loan not to surpass 100,000. If you are a professional, the max you can borrow is $50,000 annually with no more than 200,000 in aggregate. Also, so far parents of undergraduate students could borrow 100% of the total cost of attendance for their children. The Big Beautiful Bill also changes that by instituting new limits. The new bill caps the annual borrowing to $20,000 and with the max aggregate amount of $65,000 per student. So let's check out this article on Yahoo Finance that sums up how this bill benefits student loan lenders like SoFi. So it goes on to say that federal student loans have been long preferred because of their consistency in terms and conditions and have been established by the US government. But college students without deep pockets, especially those in graduate programs, may now have to turn to private lenders if the proposed legislation becomes law. Well, it already has over the weekend. SoFi is one of the best known purveyors of student loans and could see a jump in demand, Wall Street analysts said. Given borrowing limits, many students, particularly those attending high-cost grad programs or professional schools who profile as SoFi's key target customer, may be unable to finance their education costs with just federal loans, forcing them to private lenders like SoFi. In addition to driving demand for privately offered student loans, another tailwind from the tax legislation could come from increased refinancing activity. The bill proposes changes to the repayment programs, which may make them less appealing to borrowers, leading them to refinance their debt through private lenders. Again, that's where SoFi comes in. Refinancing demand should also accelerate with the resumption of debt collection and higher payments. SoFi has a terrific market share in student lending, and with the number of lenders pulling back in recent years, we expect SoFi to be a primary beneficiary of increasing demand. So as you can see, lenders like SoFi now stand to benefit with the passage of this bill. So obviously, with the passage of the bill over the weekend, SoFi skyrocketed, hitting a 52-week high of 1929. So as you can see, this is the 6-month chart on SoFi. It's at the top of its Bollinger Band. Again, when a stock is at the top of its Bollinger Band, it generally tends to revert back. Also looking at the RSI down here, it's at an RSI of 81, meaning that it's in the overbought territory. Not to say that SoFi can't continue going higher over the next few days, but I definitely expect a pullback sometime this week. It may be a small pullback. So for those looking to get into SoFi, I would take advantage of that pullback and sell some puts. I see some support right here at the 1815 level, and I see additional support at the 1750 level. So depending upon what kind of pullback we get, that would be a good opportunity to get in and build a position into SoFi. For those who already hold shares of SoFi, I'd be careful with covered calls at the moment and only sell them at a strike price that you're comfortable letting go of your shares. So keep that in mind as you sell your covered calls on SoFi. And what you could do is if you want to take some profit at the moment, and let's just say you hold 200 shares of SoFi, you can sell one contract, which is basically 100 shares, one covered call on 50% of your position, and take some profit and then keep the rest. So in summary, I would suggest three things. First, you could sell some put options at your desired price point. I mentioned some support here at the 1823 level, additional support at the 1750, and then we have the middle of the Bollinger Band, which is 16. Looking at the current price of 1958, that seems a bit far away. So I would try to sell puts at these levels to try to get an entry. Alternatively, if SoFi drops to these levels, either of these levels, you can buy shares at these levels and dollar cost average on your total position. And last but not least, on the covered calls, only sell the covered calls at a strike price where you're comfortable letting go of your shares. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it and learned anything useful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments below with any thoughts or feedback. If you'd like one-on-one coaching directly with me, click on the first link in the description below, and I'd love to help you out.